Good morning, students of class 10. Welcome back to the online classes now. I hope you are going through the online class every day so that you will not miss your lessons. So we are doing the rise of nationalism in Europe. We are part 2.3, a new conservative after 1850. So far in our previous class we have talked about the Treaty of Vienna. After the defeat of Napoleon, the Treaty of Vienna was organized by four powerful kingdoms such as Britain, Russia, Prussia, Austria, and the regions conquered by Napoleon were distributed among themselves. That's why the Treaty of Vienna was organized. That was held in 1815, and they wanted to set up conservative order in European countries. So now after that we'll continue now this. There are 5 points. After the defeat of Napoleon, a new conservative order or regimes, rules were set up in 1815 after that. They were autocratic, very cruel, despotic kings. They hardly thought about the citizens. They were autocratic. Not only that, they did not tolerate criticism. You can see the conservative orders. Conservatives, you know that. We have already learned. Conservatives means they wanted to preserve the old traditions, the monarchies, feudal systems, clergies and so on. So they did not tolerate criticism and dissent. Dissent means disagree. They do not want to. Nobody should disagree with them. Dissent and sought to means try to. Curb means cut short. Reduce activities that question the legitimacy. Legitimacy means they were king by birth. They have privileges by birth. First class, second class. Legitimacy of autocratic government. Nobody could question the government or the king, or nobody could raise their finger. The autocratic government against the autocratic government and their successor. Successor means the king, and after king, his son will be the king and his son will be the king. That is hereditary. So nobody was allowed to raise finger or ask questions about their government and about their successors. That was a conservative order that was set up in European countries. It was set up by these four powerful kingdoms. I have already told you, we have studied. Now most of these kings, autocratic kings, most of them imposed censorship laws. Most of them imposed censorship laws to control what was printed or what was said in the newspaper, books, plays and songs that reflected the idea of liberty and freedom. Means nobody could allow to speak about freedom and liberty and their rights. Not allowed. You can see how the people were suppressed by this conservative order, by these conservatives. People could not speak about their rights, could not raise a finger or raise a question against them, or they are not allowed to speak about the freedoms which they have tasted before during Napoleonics and during the revolution. So they even could not talk about revolution. So the memory of the French Revolution, the remembrance, they remember about the French Revolution, nevertheless continued to inspire liberals. Though the autocratic governments or the despotic kings and their rule suppressed the local people,
They never forget about these French Revolution and their ideals about freedom and sovereignty, and they always inspire these liberals about liberty and freedom, about their rights, about equality. They always remember and always inspire them. They always waited for the chance. When they will get a chance, they will start the revolution. They were inspired by the French Revolution. One of the major matter taken up by liberals, these liberals who were suppressed by these conservative rules, one of the major issue taken up by liberals who criticized the conservative order. These liberals always criticize the conservative orders, was freedom of press. They wanted that the press should be allowed to print what is going on in the country. But the conservatives, they censored the newspapers, books, whatever is written in the books or plays, songs, everything was censored. It was checked. And the liberals wanted that the press should be given freedom. Freedom of the press. This issue was taken up by most of the liberals. So now that is about the new conservative order after 1815, after the defeat of Napoleon. Now we'll talk in our next class about 2.4. Here is 2.3. This is the end portion. Now 2.4, the revolutionaries. Now, whenever they got a chance, they started a revolution now. Because the flame of the revolution, the desire to become free, that flame has not died up. That flame has not been extinguished. It is still burning inside the heart of the liberals.
It has not been extinguished completely. French Revolution always inspired them that one day they will definitely succeed. So that flame has not extinguished, the flame of liberty and freedom, the desire for freedom, liberty, equality has not been extinguished. This conservative order could not manage to extinguish them, that flame, the flame of liberty and freedom and equality. So it kept on burning. They were just waiting for the chance. Now here comes the revolutionaries. Whenever they got the opportunity, they will start the revolution again against the despotic kings and conservative orders. They were liberals. These people, revolutionaries, were liberals. They wanted to free their country from despotism. So now we will continue our lesson about revolutionaries in our next class 2.4. That's all for today. Stay safe. Continue your going through online portal every day so that you will not miss your lessons. And that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching.